Hey there, my name is Chelsea Kinsella, and today I was going to talk to you about how to slow your horse off your seat. So with this guy, I have decided to try my hand with, or I was going to get him to do the barrels this year, since a few of my other horses, one is a bit hurt, who I originally bought this year. So Old Yeller is going to give it a go. So I was fixing up some buttons on him, and I had discovered that I thought he knew how to slow off my seat, but he didn't, which is a rookie mistake, I must admit. I would use my hands and my seat together to slow him down, as many of us do. So then I was trying to do it with just my seat. So if your horse doesn't slow off your seat without your reins, and granted not a lot of us are Liberty people, so you would probably always have your reins, but this is a good tool, for barrels, so that you can slow down without ripping on his face, because I also teach him how to go backwards off my seat, which is important as they're going to go right. They have to be able to come back off of that and sit down on their hind end. So how do you teach that to a horse if they've already been taught how to slow off mostly off their mouth? So first, they have to have a decent back to start with. So if you ask your horse to go backwards, he should, get round and go back. So to start with, I would start at a walk, and him and I were pretty good at the walk. We're getting better at the trot, and we almost have nothing at the canter. So this is a good video to show kind of the progression of it. So if we're going to go for a walk, we're going to sit down and then close your fingers and ask to go back. So I squeeze a little bit with my knees to really show him what I mean. And so this is headed towards home, his favorite spot. So I'm going to sit down, and there's nothing there. And we're going to ask him to go backwards off of that until he gets backwards. So here, let's see if we can turn him around so that he'll want to stop a bit nicer. That was an awful turn, Yeller. So if we're going here, you're not going straight. I'm not sure where you're going. You're going. Steady. And then you're going to ask to go backwards until he, oh my God. And then we'll see if he can go back this way now that he kind of has a clue. And so you just do that thousands and thousands and thousands of times. So that's what we have been working on when I've been riding him, is, I said I was going all over, to slow off of our seat without the reins too much. So he's not terribly listening to me at this point in time, so it's a good demonstration for what you could start to do. So I'm going to ask him to slow down. There's nothing there. So you give him a little bit of a window before you take him and get him to slow down again. So you're going to ask him to go, and nothing happened. So you're going to wait until he's going soft there, backwards. So we'll try again and go. There, he kind of thought about it, and then you're going to ask to go backwards. There. And we'll get him straightened out there. There, he stopped a little bit better. And so we're thinking backwards, and I'm not just going to stop, we're going to go backwards to really reiterate that. And you can see he's done this. Oh, this is probably his quite a few days now of working on this particular trick. And you can see when he's not focused on stuff, he really doesn't care that I'm up here, and he really needs his reins. So that's something else that I'm really working with him, is when we are working, I expect him there to pay attention. So if I ask for something, he needs to pay attention when we're working. And that's a little bit hard for him, because for 6 years, he's 7 now, he's mostly just kind of done whatever he wants. And so you just do that until you can see he's a lot better when he's going away from home. But you do that until they're really, really good at the walk. So 9 times out of 10, he's going to slow down off your seat at a walk. Then you can do it at the trot. and then you can do it at the lope, and then you can start to work on your speed variances within that gait. So I'm sitting down, my heels are down, I'm sitting down, and I pinch my knees a little bit to really try to show him, hello, I'm asking you for something here. So you really kind of have to exaggerate it and then really breathe out. So maybe your horse already knows how to slow up your seat, but maybe it's a good test to do to see if your horse actually knows how to do it if you're not using your reins. Because silly me, I thought that he knew how to do it without my reins, but boy was I wrong. So it's kind of a good test to try out, and it's quite a handy one. It's just another tool to add to your toolbox. Anyway, I hope that helps, and I will come at you with another video soon.